was funny.
Barb's Salon, campaign headquarters. The team regroups. Barb reads from a paper.
Uninformed, inexperienced, off-putting, too much makeup.
You got me off my game.
Whereas Hodges, strong, solid, reliable, sturdy.
He was better than expected. He put me on the defensive.
Ooh, defensive isn't your color, sweetie. You're in autumn.
Yeah.
Why was he shouting? Stu seems angry. Such a mean face, a little makeup might soften that up.
Well, so we get out there tomorrow. We get the message out. We can be smarter about how we're framing these issues.
Frame them any way you want. They're not hearing it.
Yeah, because Hodgett is trying to distract them.
It's working.
He's underestimating the voters. They'll pull my lever because they see how much what matters to them matters to me.
We don't vote for policies. We vote for people.
I think we're screwed, sweetie, because they don't like him.
They don't know him.
How can you say that? Everyone in town knows me.
They've met you. They grew up with you. They see you around at the movies, but they don't know you, Stu. They don't understand you.
When have they ever tried?
You're confused. They've never met anyone like you before. Hell, I've never met anyone like you.
Me neither.
Same here.
Most folks know from Gay. They've seen Will and Grace show. We get the gist. What you're doing, it's Greek to us. We don't get it.
Angel, can't you just tell them your story? You felt like a woman on the inside, and now you get to be a woman through and through?
But it's not like that. That's not how it works. At least not for me. Gender is a continuum. You want to understand it as a binary, male or female, but it's not. Even a spectrum with 100% male on one side, 100% female, that's not going to cut it either. No linear model.
Say it like that, and they're going to hear Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, 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 wah.
A continuum is a multi-dimensional expression. It allows for third genders, fourth, fifth genders even.
Hodgson for mayor.
What does this have to do with the future of Silverton? You don't show me yours, I don't show you mine.
Wake up, Stu. You really think you can just live and let live? No explanations, that's it. And everyone around you will adapt. You think you can just do it. You're acting like such a man.
I don't want to go handing them more they'll just throw back at us.
They can hurl the truth as hard as they want. What do we say?
Screw 'em.
We've only seen the outside of you.
I remember the first time I saw your nails. Blue, right?
Yeah.
And so long.
Like you were tearing tickets with a
The
claw.
first time I saw you in a skirt,
Then you started with those falsies.
and the bigger falsies.
Then even bigger falsies.
We've seen it all from the outside. We couldn't hear what you were thinking. We want to hear. You've got to trust this town wants to hear. No science. No jargon.
Pygmies are 4'10". The basketball players are 7 feet. But the truth is, most of us fall somewhere in between.
Is that a riddle? Because our book club just read The Hobbit.
Man, woman, I'm neither. I'm both. It's not black and white. It's not one or the other. I'm a gender anarchist. That's what I mean when I say continuum.
Don't use
Oh
any
my
words that are
God.
that I can't spell. No, don't do that.
You're okay with this? You want people knowing intimate details about our lives?
You wanna win?
The town gathers outside the Palace Theater for a press conference. Stu is hit with a spotlight.
It's come to my attention that there's some dissension over the invention of my feminine form. My misleading appearance and lack of adherence to gender perseverance leaves my community torn. So let me try to configure my thoughts in a logical way. I'll tell you the story of how I became the vision you see here today. All the way to Portland for some film I don't even know. 90 minutes door to door. Why did I agree to go? Bought my ticket, found my friend up in the back row. I guess now we're bound to see the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Frank marches up the stair to that platform with the chair. I swear, my heart starts then and there when he opens up his cape. My mouth hangs agape, he lets it drape. It's a man in women's underwear. Never felt like this before. Kinda sick, but damn it, I want more. I feel like I'm alive for the first time at the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yes, I feel like I'm alive for the first time at the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Frank has me in a spell. Is this heaven, maybe hell? Oh well, only time will tell. My hero, I concede, the one I didn't know I need, and now I'm freed. I think Frank may just have cracked my shell. No king's horses, no king's men. We'll get Stu in that old shell again. I feel like I'm alive for the first time at the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yes, I feel like I'm alive for the first time at the Rocky Horror Picture Show. What is it about this film that makes me so excited? I've never felt so unrestrained before. Why does Frank have what it takes to make me so excited? The logistics are so dim, but I wanna be more like him. I feel like I'm alive at the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yes, I feel like I'm alive for the first time at the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
If you're feeling low and need a kick, polish up your pucker with some red lipstick. Dab it with a dollop of crimson shine. And before you know it, you'll be on cloud nine. I feel like I'm alive for the first time at the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yes, I feel like I'm alive for the first time at the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
The first time that I went, I couldn't help it but resent all that time spent not being who I meant. That moment set me free to be a freak, to just be me, clear to see. Frank and all his friends were heaven sent. What is normal? What is weird? When you face the things you've always feared, I feel like I'm alive for the first time at the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yes, I feel like I'm alive for the first time at the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yes, I feel like I'm alive for the first time at the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
that's just a movie.
That was just the beginning. I don't want you thinking this was easy. It's been a process. 2 things made it easier. One, the internet. Talking to other people out there like me, learning that they exist. The other's Vic. Oh, if it weren't for her, I'd still be closing the blinds and locking the doors so I could play dress up in my own house.
Like the good book says, don't dream it, be it.
Frankenfurter, chapter 7, verse 12.
When did you find out? 6 years ago, on our first date.
Why the hell do you put up with it?
Consider the possibility I don't just tolerate it. I might like it.
What are you?
Well, when I started this path, there were cross-dressers and transvestites and transsexuals. It's always harder to navigate the in-betweens.
And those are real, like they're all saying.
It's what we call top surgery.
Did you also get bottom surgery?
No.
You going to?
I'm going to keep what I've got in that department. I'm very happy with it.
So you've got breasts. You're like some kind of hybrid. And you got, don't you have to decide one way or the other? A mismatch. You're not a man or a woman.
It'd be easier if you just picked one.
Kind of confusing.
Isn't it uncomfortable?
Oh my God, I'm just like I dreamed I would be. I've never felt so me. I'm free. Oh my God, just like my fantasy. I've never felt so free. I'm finally me. Oh my God.
I have no idea.
I just don't know what to make of
I
it.
always knew there was something wrong.
What's the matter when he does on his own?
I've never
Name me one
felt
politician
so
who isn't
free.
flawed.
I won't hold it against him.
Let's hear him out.
Oh my God, just like my fantasy, I've never felt so free. I'm finally me.
By the light of early morn, the creature has been born for you all. A new shape has been formed, the transducer won't reset. Close your eyes and just forget regret. There's no turning back, you've been adored. Underneath that mummy's guise was a most spectacular surprise. I feel like I'm alive for the first time, and the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I feel like I'm alive for the
Quite a scene you made last night.
What can I say? I've got passionate supporters. Any chance I can count your paper among them?
Oh, well, you certainly caught my attention.
Who's the Silverton Appeal gonna throw its weight behind? It's getting to be time. You've gotta back one of us.
The truth is I need more information.
Hodgett's had more than a decade in office. What you see is what you've gotten. What more do you need to know?
I'm square on Hodgett. I don't know enough about you.
Me?
Yeah, you made a case against your opponent. You put on a damn good show, but a platform.
Why don't you come by the palace? I can talk you through it over some complimentary popcorn.
It's not me you should be worried about. If I can't understand what you're saying, there's no way the voters will. You got them listening, now what are you gonna say?
Stu steps up to a podium, presents his platform to a gathered crowd.
As far as we've got records, my people have been in Silverton. They were frontiersmen. When they got here, they saw nothing but logs and bogs, new territory, no playbook. They didn't need a path, they forged their own. That's how I try to live my life. That's my personal philosophy. That's the way I've always... You know what? That doesn't matter. Our campaign is Stew for Silverton. If I'm going to speak for you, you got to tell me what you want to hear. What do you want fixed? You're in charge. What's important to you? Don't be shy. Come on now, what's keeping you up at night?
What about the athletic field over by McLean Park? We used to play ball. Now they got a lock on the fence and all those big trucks parked in there.
Yes, we like football fields more than parking lots. That's a great idea, Timmy. Anyone else?
I'm buying 30 minutes just to buy groceries.
We need a market.
Gotta have fresh fruits and fresh vegetables.
Local businesses, that's what I'm talking about. Get us a grocery store in town again. What else?
7 months since I've seen a paycheck.
Bring back the mill.
Jobs, that's priority. If it's not industry, what's it going to be? We're going to need a new economic engine for the future, and we've got to start building it yesterday. Keep them coming.
Yeah, my property taxes are way too
The
high.
house isn't worth close to what I'm
And
paying.
the bank keeps calling.
Brownouts every summer.
What are we supposed to do when they don't collect the garbage?
Stu arrives at Jean Ann's front door.
Just when you thought it was safe to get back on your porch.
You want some iced tea, honey?
I want to do right by this community. I think you know that.
Oh, I've got root beer in the fridge downstairs.
I know I don't have your approval, but it would mean so much to me to have your vote. Now, can I set you up with a ride? We can send a high schooler to get you to the polls. I am paying so many people in free movie tickets, I think we might finally have a crowd in there.
I'm sorry, Stu. I just can't bring myself to vote for you. What you're doing, it's just not Christian.
What's the church's official stand on intolerance?
Don't you knock on my door, spitting insults.
First, take the log out of your own eye.
The scripture is clear.
It is. No jewelry, no tattoos, no remarriage, no blended fabrics.
It's there, plain and simple. A woman shall not wear a man's garment, nor shall a man put on a woman's cloak. There you are, a man in a woman's cloak.
Number one, this is a pashmina. Number two, I am not a man in a woman's pashmina. I'm more like, I'm closer to a woman in a woman's pashmina.
Closer.
Close enough. And that's the Old Testament. The truth is, Jesus didn't say much about anything about people like me.
I know right from wrong. I don't care if the Bible doesn't say it outright.
I care. You're supposed to love your neighbor. But here you are looking for any reason not to. Why can't you take my side? What do I have to do? Now, tell me what time you want that pickup on election day. You don't have to vote for me, but you have to vote.
We see Barb in her salon, seeing to a client. Barb works her magic.
He's got my vote, no doubt at all. He stands for all that matters. Climbing in heels, up and away, as the glass ceiling shatters. Are we the kind of a town who supports all neighbors equally? Or just the ones who like John Deere and sports? What kind of town are we? Though we may look different to us, it could be an advantage. We need someone who thinks out of the box, inventive in how he'll manage. We have the courage to take the first steps. That's what we should discuss. Are we the kind of a town who accepts, or just those who look like us? For silver time, and even though the race has just begun, look at all that he's already done. Won't you vote Stu for Silverton?
We see Jean Ann in church.
Dear Lord, we're Lord, asking for your guidance here. Now, Lord, how, Lord, do we reach your holy ear? I loved him then, how can I love him now? Is that condoning sin? Do I vote for him or just disavow? Should someone like him win? Sing for Silverton, and though we're only halfway through the run, I've already had to hear a ton. Should I vote still for Silverton?
Hi, Vicky, have you ever seen a more transcendent day? My Vicky, how brave a choice to let your hair go gray.
Hi, Steffi. Yeah, I didn't even have to wear this coat. Why, Steffi, have you made your mind up how you'll cast your vote?
You're doing better than I thought you would. Congratulations.
Hopefully this won't be the last time I hear you say that.
You know, you're making a lot of promises. You might want to start thinking about the follow-through. We can't always get what we want. That's the definition of democracy.
Hi.
Good evening, it's
I'm
Mr.
calling
Lowell.
for the campaign
Hey, Joe
for
Barker
Stu
here.
Rasmussen,
I'm
mayor of
calling to
Silverton.
share my
I hope I'm not
support
interrupting your
for
dinner.
Jim Hodgett.
Oh,
And
that
I
sounds
want you to
delicious.
consider
It's shaping
voting
up
for the
to be
mayor
a
again
great
this time
competitive
around.
race.
I
was
see
just
here that
wondering
you
if
volunteered for him last
What's
time. Does he still have your support?
We can count on your support.
Excellent.
Oh, fantastic.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Whew. You know, all this energy I'm using on the campaign, when it's over, I'm gonna look for a job too.
Sharon.
It shouldn't have to just fall on you.
No, Sharon.
I mean, why should it? It's our family, it's our responsibility.
And you're saying that I'm not living up to my end?
You have a backwards idea of how this works.
It used to work just fine for you. You keep
Things change.
saying that I'm backwards, but that is just your way of shutting me down. Just 'cause I don't see things your way. Who says it's not the best thing for this town? I still see things the way we always did. When did this all derail? And even worse, you're corrupting our kid, setting him up to fail. Stu for Silverton, and I don't want to go and jump the gun, but Stu and his campaign are good as done. We don't want Stu for
Hi, Vicky, glad you're putting effort into getting fit.
This program really works if you commit.
So, Vicky, did you hear my Jenny won the science fair? Oh, Vicky, if you had your own kids, compare.
Jesus, ladies! God. Have you thought about how you're gonna vote next month?
We see Joe spiking a Hodgett for mayor sign into his front lawn.
Every time. What a good example for your son.
I have no clue what you are talking about.
This is the 5th time I put up this sign. You don't think I know who's been stealing them?
What the hell's Dad's problem?
Hey, language. Dad's finding out he's not in charge.
mean, just look how much he's grown. And it's the most alive I've seen this place. If Stu should win, of course we'll stay. But how could I tear him away if, God forbid, he were to lose this race? This town is where he's supposed to be. He's finally honest, proud and free, and yet he'll leave it just for me. Then there's a thought I've yet to trace. Would I still want to leave this place? Silverton, and now the race is very close to done. I can't wait till we find out who won. Will we vote silver or
Joe and Sharon's home. Joe carries a stack of Hodgetts for mayor lawn signs.
Timothy, get in here. Want to explain what these were doing in the back of your closet?
What do you think?
I think you're in big trouble.
Quit going through my stuff.
My stuff. I'm the dad. You don't get to shut me up. I got a right to express my opinion.
Not if it sucks.
Even if it sucks. And it doesn't suck. You think Stu's gonna make our town look good?
Stu is the only cool thing to ever happen in the entire history of Silverton.
You're as crazy as your mother. You want kids looking up to him?
Like you're such a good role model. The last thing I want to be when I grow up is an asshole.
Timothy.
The word that came to mind.
Good luck getting a job. Good luck keeping a job. If this is how you behave when you disagree with your boss.
You don't get it, dude.
Well, you didn't touch Mom's sign.
Mom's sign wasn't gonna break Stu's heart. You know Stu drives past here at least twice a day. You know it.
You can come up Creekside. It's a free country.
One day he's Uncle Stu, the next day you don't even care about his feelings? You're just done with him?
It's complicated.
Is that what it takes? Being like Stu, and you turn your back on your friend? What else? Like, is there other stuff? Could I ever do anything bad enough?
Timmy.
What does it take, Dad? You gotta tell me where the lines are, because I don't want to cross them.
Election day. First, voting.
We struggle, we struggle, we struggle, we struggle. We're beaten, we're battered, but we're not dead yet. We're up to our ears in debt. Things don't look good, but we're not dead yet. Foreclosures and loans and cracks. Can't pay the bills, but we're not dead yet. Too tired, upset. We're down to the dumps, but we're not dead yet.
We're at Barb's Salon, campaign headquarters, waiting for the results.
Quiet, everyone. Hush your mouths. I can't hear a thing. So, what's the word?
It's never taken this long, has it?
Well, when will you know?
I can't remember a time.
You put me on hold again, Jeff. I'm gonna have words with your mother.
Usually a pretty quick turnaround.
Jeff!
Polls have been closed almost 3 hours.
What gives?
It's good for us.
Better be.
He said it's the biggest turnout since 1960.
That's good for us.
It better be, honey. Whatever happens tonight, win or lose, I want you to make me a promise.
Anything.
You gotta let me do your hair. Oh, Jeff, yeah,
This
yeah.
is it.
They're declaring a winner.
Merciful Father! Everybody shut the hell up!
By a margin of 376 votes. Oh, crap, that's tight. Our next mayor is Stu Rasmussen.
You chose me. You picked me. You chose me. You voted and your votes were duly noted. And I'm now more than ever I'm far from holy, but I said a prayer. And now, holy shit, my hometown made me mayor. You actually came and checked off my name. I just can't believe this is real. I'm flush with glee. You chose me. We spoke from the heart. I can't wait to start. There's so much I wanna get done. It's plain to see. Change the marquee. You chose me.
We took the gamble of putting you out there. We had to pull out make this smart. But now we see we saw how we had to see you for who you are and true you are.
I can't thank enough my team who's so tough. They got out and shouted my name so I could see.
You gotta call, Stu.
Undoubtedly,
You gotta wanna take this
As it should be.
He wants you to comment.
you chose. Did you say KPTV?
Yeah, they want to talk to the nation's first transgender mayor.
Wait, whoa. Is that me?
Transgender.
I guess you could call me that.
Sweetie, you have to say something.
Hello. This is Stu Rasmussen.
For he can jolly good fellow. For he can jolly good fellow. For he can jolly good fellow.
Coming to you live from Silverton, Oregon, where the locals have just done something unexpected and elected a transgender mayor.
Where the hell did they get that photo? I'm all thigh.
Don't forget, you're gonna reopen that football field.
First day in office. Sayonara, Big Griggs.
Here's a little town making big waves. We're told this makes Stu Rasmussen the first transgendered mayor to be elected in this state. Possibly the country. We're checking on it.
In the coming weeks, I will unveil my plan for upgraded roads and sidewalks downtown.
You promised us a stoplight at Maple and Douglas.
I don't need red, yellow, and green flashing in my bedroom all out.
Letting that company park their trucks, that's income for the town.
Yeah, you'll see the trash the kids leave behind. You won't see him playing any football.
What about agriculture? Every dollar he spends is a dollar he's not spending on us.
Our reports indicate Rasmussen's had the upstairs done, but not the downstairs, if you catch my meaning. So, what do you say, Stu? Is there more change in store for Silverton?
It's a little personal.
I've got a news van parked on my lawn.
I'm afraid to do my weeding.
It'll blow over, trust me. My 15 minutes are already up.
This is Bill O'Reilly. Our story for tonight, Silverton, Oregon is a small town southeast of Portland. The mayor of the town is Stu Rasmussen, and he says he's a transgender person, does Stu, meaning he likes to dress as a woman. Well, it's caused some controversy, as you might expect.
Stu, baby, get in here.
We got folks interviewing kids outside the elementary.
They're not even safe playing in the yard.
And here's a personal question.
You gotta see this.
Do you think children ought to be protected against the likes of Stu?
Don't they have anything better to do than show up here?
Bill O'Reilly, Jesus, you know what kind of wackadoodles watch that show?
That small town is now bracing for a group of controversial protesters who say the people of Silverton will go to hell for electing him.
Silverton, we have a problem.
Only if we make one. I say don't ignore them.
The protesters say they'll be walking up and down the streets here in Silverton on Monday. Westboro Baptist is coming to town.
They only want attention. Don't give it.
Hasn't even been sworn in yet. Already he's wreaking havoc.
They say they are anti-gay, and anyone who doesn't see the world their way is going to hell.
Sounds like my mother-in-law.
They're trying to provoke us.
Well, he isn't making us look good.
All you have to do is ignore them. I'll take care of the rest.
What's the plan, Stu?
I'll think of something.
It's my duty as a Christian, to help my fellow man.
You know these people, Stu.
To love my neighbor the best way that I can.
They stomp on the flag, God hates fags and all that.
Selflessly support him to ensure that he does well.
They came because of me. Let me handle it.
And when I see him sin, remind him Satan's waiting there to drag his carcass down to hell.
There's a cancer on this earth, and he's tried for all he's worth to cast you under Satan's evil spell. There's a war on planet Earth, and you feel the demon's mirth. Satan's coming here to drag you all to hell.
All right, break it up. You don't have the proper permits.
All you little whores,
You gotta register with
the
Christie.
warning that we all gave you.
This is technically disturbing the peace.
You cannot escape, for the
You
death
want me to
loves
bring
to
a
reign.
race into
You'll be
this?
fornicating long as you so live.
Silverton's hardly a town of heathens. I only won by 400 votes.
Shame on you! Shut up!
Silverton loves Silverton. It's his favorite kind of place, where every fag or tranny has a smile upon its face. Your streets will run with rivers of sinners' toxic blood, and all you passive parties will drown in the red flood. Blood will fall like rain. Your streets will all be stained. All shall be explained when the Lord returns. Your flesh will burn. Your flesh will burn. There's a cancer on this earth, and he's tried for all he's worth to cast you under Satan's evil spell. There's a war on planet Earth, and you fuel the demon's birth. Satan's coming to drag Silverton to
We took a gamble on putting me out there. We didn't know how they'd respond. Now what have I done? I thought that I won, but winning has brought them this dark-sided scrutiny for choosing me. Their champion failed, my flaws have prevailed. I promised them hope, but it's a catastrophe. It's all on me. And I'm the one who said he had all the answers, but I'm fresh out of answers now. I can't imagine the next 15 minutes of my life, how I'll get by. I'd rather die. I'm a fixer, I'm a solver. Bring me a query, I'm a great resolver. This is my mess, now what am I to do? I'm not a hero. Nothing more than stew.
There's a cancer on this earth, and he's tried for all he's worth to cast you under Satan's evil spell. There's a war on planet Earth, and you fueled the demon's mirth. Satan's coming here to drag you all to hell. There's a cancer on this earth, and he's tried for all he's worth to cast you under Satan's evil spell. There's a war on planet Earth, and you feel the demon's mirth. Satan's coming here to drag you all to hell. There's a cancer on this earth,
drag you like there's a cancer on this earth, and he's tried for all he's worth to cast you under Satan's living snare. There's a war on planet Earth, and he threw his back. Satan's coming, never tear our roots from this ground.
Silverton, thank God I live in Silverton. Silverton, Oregon,
Every Silvertonian is dressed in some form of drag. There are over 200 people holding signs like, "Our love is bigger than your hate," and "We love Stu, why don't we?"
Jean Ann, what are you wearing? Mimi, Sarah, what, everybody. Jim, oh, Jim, dressed like that. Joe, oh my God.
Those people, what they're doing, that's not Christian.
Dick, you did this.
Not me. This whole goddamn stinking beautiful community.
Proud of you, sweetie. Leave it on.
Thank you, all of you. I know many of you did not vote for me. The fact that you're here, well, I can't tell you how much that means to me. I put it on the flyers and the bumper stickers. Stu for Silverton. I said it 100 times. But today, for the first time, I can see that Silverton's for Stu.
Silverton, thank God I live in Silverton.
On the soil of Willamette Valley, in the glare of the western sun, carrying on our proud tradition, we of Silverton marches on. Freedom from our toil, from our home, inspired, we inspire all the blood day with night. Now we come the digging of the sand, we stand, and Silverton is just begun. Silverton is just begun. Silverton.
I'm Barb. I ran a mayoral campaign in my hair's long.
My name's Jim. I've got a rose garden I'm really very proud of.
I'm Jean Ann. I've lived here my whole life. I'm Vic. I just joined my first book club.
I'm Timmy. I built Stu's website and I'm available to build yours too.
Patty Maloney Miller. I designed that bumper sticker.
Hi, I'm Grace Kim. My husband and I used to own that diner over on Water Street.
I'm Richard. This is my wife Sarah and our daughter Melissa.
I'm Donna. I brought my whole family to the polls.
I don't know what tomorrow holds. I take each day as it unfolds. Stick your neck out and be bold. Blink your eyes and you'll be too old. Life is for living, time isn't for giving. So do what you dream, we'll all permit it. I can't have imagined an outcome like this. Shoot for the moon. If you miss, you miss. One day at a time, I'm taking it one day at a time.
one day at a time. No one came to save the day. We got here in our own way. Each of us a hero in our pride. And we got here living one day at a time.
Don't assume our elation means we think we're home free.
There will still be frustration. We'll still disagree.
But there's so much work to do. We're just gonna do it. There's a light at tunnel's end, so let's go through it.
If I could buy a ticket to the future, I'd step aside and kindly decline. I cherish every day that leads us to the future, and when we're there, we'll have earned it when we're there.
One day at a time, I'm living it. One day at a time. I take one step forward every day. As I walk this line, I'm living it. One day at a time, I'm taking it. One day at a time.
Funny how it came to be. We don't live in harmony, but the song we sing is still sublime.